Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we're on a bit of a trip to see if we can chase Albert. And if you are up on social media and you're already well into your birding, you'll probably know exactly who I'm after and where I am. But for those of you that don't know, well, I'm at Bempton Cliffs. I know I've already done a video of being here earlier in the year, but I'm back at Bempton Cliffs and I'm hoping to catch a glimpse of Albert the albatross. Quite possibly the only albatross in the northern hemisphere. He's in the wrong hemisphere, should be in the southern hemisphere. So we're going to go and see if we can catch a glimpse of him. So as always, come along for the journey and see what I see. So I always think, what's key when you come to somewhere like this is being systematic in your approach. We're going to start off at the most southern point of the reserve and then systematically work our way back. And we might see absolutely nothing this evening, and that's completely okay, because this is in some ways a recce trip. If we do get something, brilliant. If we don't, it's not the end of the world, but it will. It's a beautiful night, it certainly is. And so we're just going to enjoy being out and getting some fresh air. Well, I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man. All the kittiwakes on the ledge below us just kept taking off every now and again and then coming back in, and then they take off en masse and then they come back in, and then I found the culprit. It was the peregrine and it was hunting, and I've definitely got some shots of it in flight. It was quite far off, so it'll be quite a heavy crop, but I'm quite optimistic. I've just had a look on the back of the camera and they look really, really good. So it's got its tail feathers all fanned out just beautifully, so fingers crossed we've got something quite good. If we have, it'll be up on the screen while I'm talking, which will be fantastic. So the recce is done. We've been all the way down to the lowest, the most southerly platform, and I've spoken to a couple of people that were there, and that is definitely the place that Albert seems to favour to come in for. He's been seen there today on the lower ledges, but one of the guys that I was speaking to said that he has got an injured wing, and he's flown out to sea, probably to hunt, but he was being attacked by a gannet, which wasn't particularly very good. So fingers crossed we'll come back tomorrow and get a glimpse of him. But what was amazing was I got another shot at the peregrine falcon. So the peregrine falcon, here the pheasant, the peregrine falcon came in several times, and I've managed to get some photographs of it, which I will put up on screen. I probably already put them up on the screen in an earlier part of the video, but that was fantastic. It's not something that I've been successful in before. Only ever really getting record shots, so I think from looking on the back of the camera what we've got this time is much better. So fingers crossed, and we'll have a review of the images when I get back home and see if they're any good. Good morning. So as you can tell, I'm here early. I always try to get as early as possible to Bempton Cliffs, because what it allows you to see is this in the background here. this beautiful sunrise that I'm going to be treated to yet again. Second time in a row that I've been to Bempton Cliffs early doors, and second time we're going to get a sunrise. So hopefully I'll catch some video of that to show you. We're off down to the lowest platform to see if Albert's returned from his fishing trip yesterday, and to see if I can get some video and some pictures for you. So come along for the journey and see what I see. So it's just after 7:15 and the albatross has been spotted. There's a gentleman just let me look through his scope, and it's spotted quite a way out on the water, but it is preening and stretching its wings out, so there is a chance that it might be on its way in. So fingers crossed. We've only given it nearly 2 hours so far, so a little bit longer won't matter, and fingers crossed we might see it. So Bempton Cliffs got a little bit busy, as it often does during the day, and particularly with Albert being about, it seems to get lots and lots of people there. So I'm not a big fan of really busy places. One of the great attractions for me of wildlife photography is to get out places by myself, or in small groups of people, not en masse as it was at Bempton Cliffs. So we've just come a little bit further south down the headland towards Flamborough Head, where the lighthouse is, and we've walked along the cliffs there, and we've seen loads of puffins, far more than you see at Bempton Cliffs. Also some quite nice shots of kittiwakes, and in particular a couple of nesting fulmar. I love the fulmar, they're a beautiful little bird. So I'll put those up on the screen, or they've probably been up on the screen while I've been talking. But it's definitely a place to consider when you go to Bempton, is to just carry on down the cliff tops. We've walked all the way here and along the cliff tops, and it's much better place to visit when it's really busy at Bempton. So I've just got back from Bempton Cliffs, back at this little Airbnb that we're staying at, which is right in Bempton Village. It's perfect, breakfasts are lovely, definitely worth something to consider if you want to stay here. It's just behind the post office in Bempton Village, and we've had a fantastic morning. In all honesty, when I arrived at Bempton Cliffs this morning, I thought it's going to be a rubbish morning. There was a bit of cloud, a bit of mist, the light wasn't great. Got down to the platform, Staple Newark, which is where the albatross has been showing, and there was quite a lot of people there already. I arrived at the same time as the day before, and there was no one there yesterday, whereas today there was already probably about 8 people on the platform. And I thought, oh, it's going to be a bit of a washout, and it totally wasn't. It was brilliant. So Albert did 2 flybys, 3 actually, I think in total. The first one was quite low. I've got some photographs which I'll have up on the screen while I'm talking. And I thought, oh, I've got some, because up until that point I'd only seen it through a scope. So I'd seen it, but I'd not managed to get any photographs. So I got some photographs, and I thought, I'm happy now, I've got a photograph. And then it did a second flyby, and this time it went out to sea, and I thought, right, that's it. The job's done, you know, it's gone out on a fishing trip, probably won't see it again for the rest of the day, may as well pack up. But then it kind of banked around and then came back at head height, and I've got some lovely photographs of it coming in, kind of skimming along the edge of the cliff face. It came right past in front of us, far too close to get a photograph with a 500mm lens, so that was nice to be able to just watch it. And then it did a few more loops of the stack that's that you can see from Staple Newark, and then it went back out to sea. I've got some video which I'll put up on the screen now. You can see it out in the sea, kind of skimming over the surface. It did come back in again following that, and then went back to roost, and where it seems to roost is just tucked around the corner from the platform. So I think if you go up to the next platform and you've got a decent scope, you'd probably be able to see it looking back. No good for photographs. So at that point I thought, well, I've got my photographs. It was getting a little bit cold. I was definitely in need of some breakfast, so I decided to call it a day. So if you've enjoyed this video, as always, please click subscribe. I know people don't need to click subscribe anymore to see the videos, but it does help me. The analytics on the videos suggest that 89% of you are not subscribers. So if you wouldn't mind clicking subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see some more and you know, keep on track of it, click that bell. Give us a thumbs up, and comments are always welcome. I always reply to every comment. So until next time, ta-ra!